Hey guys, I'm Tiffany and welcome to the Wise Skies channel. Wise Skies is a metaphysical counseling company. We offer one-on-one sessions through human design, astrology, Akashic records, and more. So I'd love for you to check us out at wiseskiescollective.com, like and subscribe. And today we're going to use the Golden Tarot deck to do Free Tarot Friday. So if you're new here, welcome. Every Friday we try to do a little fun weekend reading. So for entertainment purposes only, right? We're going to just go sign by sign. So Aries all the way through Pisces. So everybody will get a reading. And let's just see what the cards have to say for our weekend ahead. Just clearing the deck for Aries. Okay. All right. So Aries, we get a 2 of Swords reversed and a 4 of Wands reversed. And so to me, it looks like this is a decision that you have to make that you're not particularly looking forward to, and this feels a little bit destabilizing. So I would say whatever decision you're having to make over the weekend, keep choosing the thing that feels more stabilizing. It looks like there's a lot of stuff up in your I guess, field of reference for that might challenge you, in your life, that might challenge you to feel like you have to make a decision or that you have to go in a direction. And just, I just invite you to relax and respond. If it feels like a no, it's probably a no. And just to be careful about your own feelings, like don't do something to, I don't know, avoid having somebody else have a reaction about it. Like it looks like a pretty complicated, complex situation. It's probably pretty nuanced. And so it's almost like if you choose yourself, it almost ends up hurting somebody else. And so you can come across it as selfish in that way, right? And that's what people like to do to you anyways, don't they? They like to be like, oh, selfish Aries, you know what I mean? So you're going to be that non-stereotypical Aries this weekend, and you're going to pause when you've got a big decision to make and just let people know, that you're following your own rhythms, you're following the beat of your own drum, you're the keeper of your own keys, and you certainly want to be able to be honest with them and yourself. And so if you're honest with them and yourself, how can you make a decision that's good for you, that ends up not hurting others? And you may not be able to avoid it. It just feels like something is a miss here, or maybe somebody's got you in a corner about something. Could be yourself, you could be painting yourself into a corner. So relax, take it easy, wait for emotional clarity, stay true to yourself. What's clear for Taurus? All right, what jumps out is the Knight of Wands reversed here. And so what is it that our Taurus needs to hear for the weekend ahead? I guess let's just go with that. 3 of the cards fell out. Interesting. All right, the Knight of Wands reversed, to me, it's almost like you were too impulsive about something. Taurus typically are predictable, practical, steady, on the bad side, lazy. You know what I mean? Your Taurus friends aren't the ones that are just out there moving and shaking and doing and all the things, like they have energy for what they have energy for, right? Am I right? I don't know. I'm not a Taurus. But the idea here is that you've done something on an impulse that may not be working out for you. The Knight of Wands would be like, yeah, go for it. Try something new. Just put it in your, box and say, yes, I want to shop that. I want to have that in my cart, But this is like, what have I done that might have not been so great for me after all? It could be in the department of love and money. It could be in the department of something that looked too good to be true. It could be in the department of delays around love and money. Maybe you were spontaneous, but now it's like, okay, it's still a yes for me, but I need to rework it. This whole Mercury retrograde coming in has delays and plans and delays and switches and switchbacks. And if something's changing, just roll with it and just roll with it, because it looks like whatever it is that you wanted is actually happening quickly. It's happening quickly. Just how can you work with spontaneity in a different way? This is a convoluted message as well. Whatever you're looking for with love and money is happening fast, but how can you work with your spontaneity a little bit more responsibly, so that it's not like, oh, bump around and everything's all crazy and then it sorts itself out? Like if you had just slowed down a little bit from the get-go and been more, I guess, seeing the situation from a whole lot of different sides, you might not have made this spontaneous decision. So it's almost like go slow, take the time it takes now so that it's smoother later. So for example, if you're rebuilding a website, you don't want to just go, do stuff, put stuff up and launch it, right? You really want to take the time it takes now so that all of the systems are functioning properly before you launch it. So maybe it's like slowing down to go fast is another way to read those cards. All right. Clearing for Gemini. So what is it that our Geminis need to hear? That was sloppy. Let's try again. What is it that our Geminis need to hear for the weekend? Cards are cranky. All right, for Geminis for the weekend, just any Gemini watching, we got the Page of Swords, and we got the Three of Swords, and we got the Three of Coins reversed here. So to me, this is a little bit sticky. It's almost like somebody's hurt your feelings, or maybe you're the one hurting feelings. I don't know, but this is kind of harsh words. And so being really careful with what you say, what your interactions look like this weekend. If you feel like you're on edge at a boiling point, about to spew something out in volcano, how could you use your tools to pause and reassess? And, if you're going through a period where you're having a broken heart, or you're having some loss, or you're having a whole lot of grief, how can you not be hard on yourself is another way I would look at this. The Three of Coins, it's like there's been great advances with your work lately and your creativity. It's almost like you're taking something off your plate so that you can relax, so that you can not have to do everything all the time, so that you can be mentally still and just reorient yourself into what you're supposed to do, what your purpose is, what your tasks are. You know what I mean? So this is kind of a good and a bad reading, I guess, in a way, if there is a bad one. Hopefully this reflects something to you that's useful for the weekend ahead. All right, let's clear the deck for our Cancers. Cancers need to hear for the weekend, just something that helps give them a message for clarity, confidence, guidance. Okay, the Emperor reversed is the one that fell out, followed by the Seven of Wands. All right, and then the Three of Swords too. So a lot of people out there just feeling that grief, that feeling of loneliness, that feeling of what have I done, or some breakups, or just some changes in your own rhythm, that can leave you feeling alone. And very much, this is kind of the martyr setup. So don't take that in the way I don't think you're a martyr. It's all those other Cancers out there, right? But this is a setup where we can feel like it's us versus the world. Can anybody do anything around here? Am I the only one that sees what needs to be done? And so if that resonates with you in any level, where can you take a step back this weekend and just kind of either not care or do the things that you need to do for yourself, but don't involve other people? If somebody has attacked you, or if there's somebody in your home or family or workplace or immediate area that feels attacked, like they've been attacked even, you have a tendency to want to go in and take care of it and fix everything. But what that does is it pulls you out of what you should be doing with your energy, and then you can get really bitter about it, right? So we just want, if something's upside down with work, this is normal. If you've overcommitted, or if something feels like a little bit sticky, this is just life. You know what I mean? It's not like life is ever going to stop. And so know that you're actually not alone. And know that not everybody has the same goal as you for the weekend. So maybe getting clear with that up front. Hey guys, here's what I need to have happen this weekend. How does that feel to you? Where could we work together? What do you need? And start to get in the spirit of collaboration, so that the goal or how the weekend unfolds is kind of a group effort, and it's not just you alone. Now, it could be that some of you do need some alone time, right? That you just need to unplug and overcome some emotions that you're going through. So that's another way to look at that. All right, and then clearing for our Leos. What is it that our Leos need to hear for the weekend ahead? All right, just clearing for Leos. Nice, we get the Hanged Man reverse. All right, so no, upright. I always get that one confused. This is about really doing nothing, changing your perspective, seeing things from somebody else's point of view. And so this is not the right weekend to make a decision, declare a new business venture, sign a new set of papers or contracts. This isn't a great weekend to change everything up. This is really a turning point where you can begin to look at things differently. It gives you a different perspective. the High Priestess is reversed here. And to me, this does look like unplugging and not asking for other people's opinions. And so this could be a great time to just do some self-reflection, or self-reflection implies like that you're looking at yourself, and that can be useful, yes. But what I mean also is just some alone time observing would be great for you to just unplug a little bit and take a little inventory on what you're seeing. You know, what's out there that's up for review that needs a different perspective. This is a major arcana. Both of these are major arcana cards that do indicate a significant turning point. So we're doing these fun weekend readings, but still, you know, there might be something big that you're really, really considering making a move. Is this the right time? What do I really think if I'm honest with myself? All right, and then clearing for Virgo. I skipped Virgo last week and I'm so sorry. Let's see what fell out. We got the Three of Cups reversed and the King of Coins. So Virgos, maybe some of you enjoying the idea of getting lost, you know, a little too much drinking after hours, a little too much, maybe there's some spins, like some big spins, something that you really wanted that went on sale and you just went for it. It looks like just a little excess is going on, and sometimes a little excess is fun, and sometimes it throws you off course. We do get the Eight of Coins reversed here, and so I know that where you have been working hard, this would be a great time to not work so hard. You know, where can you just be at peace this weekend and not have to chip away at something? This is the energy of having to just go all the time and just be really disciplined with your approach. This is chopping wood, carrying water, 9 to 5, whatever it is. But the idea is maybe not this weekend. You know, maybe this is a weekend of creativity and relaxation where you don't have to put the detailed effort in. You don't have to chip away. You can just simply be and see what that experience is like and enjoy the things around you. I know that some of you guys have been collecting some of the finer things in life. This would be a good time for you to just simply enjoy them and see what that feels like. You know, can you let yourself off the hook? Just for the weekend, you know, just for the hour if you want. All right, clearing for our Libras. What is it that our Libra friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Clearing for our Libras. Okay. All right, Libras, we get the Sun reversed, the Three of Wands, and the Lovers card. And so it could be that somebody's really needing you this weekend. It could be that they just desire to have you and all of you and, you know, 100% of you. And so I just want you to be careful about giving too much of yourself away. I want you to reserve a little bit, knowing that this is probably a weekend when you are of service to your partner or somebody significant in your life. You may have even needed to travel to see them. The travel might not have gone smoothly and it could have worn you out a little bit. It just looks like there's something that it feels more draining than life sustaining. It feels more like you need to recharge your vitality. It could be recharging your vitality through a partnership. You could be the one that's like, I just want to hang out with you. I want some one-on-one time with you. And that's what's going to fill your cup. So lots of room for interpretation in there. Hopefully that's useful because Libra is the sign of partnership and you get the Lovers card. And so if you're a single Libra wanting love, where can you rebalance some of the things that you thought you wanted, right? Where can you love yourself? Where can you turn that energy inward and start to work on that magic and that magnet that starts inside? If you're a Libra in partnership, are making sure that you're being a good partner, but also putting oxygen mask on yourself first. It's funny how these little readings make sense. You know, if you read for any length of time, you hear yourself saying the same things over and over and over, right? And you start to wonder, is this making an impact? And so when you guys comment in any of the platforms, I post this in YouTube and I share the link in all of the platforms that Wise Guys is on through social media. And when you guys comment or send messages about how it resonated, how it made sense to you, how it helped, it's just kind of that cosmic reminder that we are really going through the same lessons and cycles and patterns at this interesting time here on Earth that we get to be living. So as I hear myself repeat some of the things, I'm just reminding myself and all of us that these are the archetypes that we go through, right? Birth and death cycle, and we're all going to face some road bumps along the way. All right. And we're all going to face some healing moments, and we're all going to face some moments of abundance and joy. And like one of my teachers says, what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So no matter where you are on the wheel of fortune and the cycle of life, you know, there's a message here for you, just validating right where you are. All right, let's clear for Scorpio. What do our Scorpio friends need to hear today? All right, so Scorpios, looking like maybe you lost a little faith. Maybe you're trying to play the boss or the judge or the god or the guide. This is the card of faith, where you plant the seeds and you're just absolutely certain that your garden is growing. You don't have to do anything different. You don't have to make the effort to make it happen. The seeds have already been planted and the universe is working in your favor. But with the Ace of Cups reversed, it feels like almost like you lost touch with that faith. Like you planted the seed, but now you're really after the universe to take care of it in some way. So there could be a sense of urgency around your faith. There could be a sense of falling in and out of love with something, you know. There could be a sense of just kind of not really sure what is real and what isn't, right? The Judgment card reversed too. This is life after birth, but this is also like a second time around. This is a new chance, a different opportunity, a time to look to, and I mean, I can speak to that. Like I'm doing some things a second time around right now, and I'm a Scorpio, and they're in different fields, right? Like it's not just all one area. There's a lot of things that I'm looking at a second time around. I think that comes with being 41, right? But the idea here is, what fills your cup? Where have you maybe lost some faith and could regain it? And what needs a second chance and what doesn't, right? And not having judgment on that. All right, let's clear for our Sagittarius friends. What is it that our Sag friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? All right, Sag gets the Lovers card. So a focus on partnership, a focus on divine union, a focus on balancing the masculine and feminine, focus on connecting with your partner or the partner or yourself, you know, turning that love into yourself. The Temperance card indicates reeling something in. So if you have been obsessing about somebody or over-focused on a partnership, the Temperance card is just here to remind you that maybe there's some emotional drinking going on, or some attachments or some addictions. The Temperance card by itself would be that too, right? Like addictions, something that has gone too far, too long, something like drinking, eating, spending, overworking, stuff with partnerships. This is really about reeling it in. So it does look like there's some dose of sobriety and clarity that's needed. So what can you clear up with your partner? What can you clear up with yourself about what you want in a partner? And how can you just be honest? The Queen of Swords sometimes has stuff that's hard to hear. And so how can you practice being honest with yourself in terms of what you need out of your relationship, what you want from your relationship, the kind of shifting gears, that kind of sobering up that needs to happen in terms of relationships. This can be a relationship with anyone. Usually it's your significant other in this deck, but since we're doing a general reading, I would say relationship, how you are is how you are. So how you are in your relationship is how you are in all of them, right? Your relationship with God, your relationship with your boss, your relationship with your employees, with your neighbor, with, you know, all of the people in your life, your kids, your parents, your family, your friends. So taking a sober look at relationships and just really being clear with yourself first, before going in and trying to shift some things around. They'll probably shift naturally, don't they? Don't they usually, when you shift on the inside, don't they naturally shift on the outside? All right, let's clear for our Capricorns. And what is it that our Capricorns need to hear? Something about the Knight of Cups here. So some of our Capricorns feeling maybe emotional this weekend, or guided by their emotions, or guided by their desires, guided by that juicy part of life, not necessarily the practical part of life. What is the secondary message for our Capricorns? All right, so feels like really intense juiciness. This is like when the whole weekend can be yoga and kirtan and singing afterwards and doing massage and getting into the arts. And it feels like a very creative weekend for you. And it feels like you've really stacked it up with juicy stuff. And so if that feels good and you have energy for it, go for it, Capricorn. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy your life. Enjoy how you feel in your body. And if it feels like too much, like you put a little too much on, maybe you're having emotions and you got too much on your plate and you'd rather just sink back and go through the feelings of all of the things, that can be an option for you too. So a couple different ways to look at that setup. And let's clear for our Aquarius friends. Clearing for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, King of Wands and then Ace of Wands reversed. And so to me, this is shifting and pivoting, something to do with, I was feeling like in your careers, but it could be Aquarius, it could be really anything going on. I feel like you're the master of this department, you're leading yourself well, you have clarity, you understand, but sometimes you come in a little hot. Sometimes you come in like that 8 Enneagram where you're like a hammer and everybody's a nail and you're just like, you come across hot. And so it could be that taking a different perspective or a different approach, I didn't mean perspective, taking a different approach with the people in your life. You can lead, you can be the cool, confident leader without barking orders or yelling or anything. You know what I mean? You can be the cool, confident leader just by steering the ship and being clear with yourself about what's going on here. The King of Wands is compassionate, but there's also a lot of energy. The King of Wands is, this energy is like ready to go and inspire and influence and lead and set some hearts on fire, right? The Ace of Wands reversed is like, how could we do that a little bit differently so that people can hear the message? You know, it's like almost like, are you not feeling heard because of the words you're using? Could you use some different word choice or some different language that would transmit better so that people could hear you? And so that's something to consider, I guess. All right, and then let's clear the deck for Pisces. What is it that our Pisces need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just clearing the deck for Pisces. Okay. All right, the Magician card and the 8 of Wands. So you're changing your world, it's happening fast. As above, so below, as you think, so shall you be, right? So just being, having some time to really think and feel. What is it that you're excited about? What are you getting green lights with? What is moving quick? What feels like a leaf on a fast moving stream in your life? And go forward with that. There's nothing that you need to do where it feels sticky and held back and slow and methodical. Where are you getting green lights? And go forward in that area, Pisces. All right, guys. I don't really remember what I say after these readings. So I know that if we're friends, you think that I have read directly to you in your situation. I don't remember what I said. I just read the cards and I hope it's useful to you. If we had one card here that was universal, here's the one that fell out, was the Lover's card. And so just knowing that our time, we're here for a good time, not a long time on Earth. And that if you have some loved ones that you need to reach out to, just to be sweet, just to say, I'm thinking about you, just to honor that exchange of love that we get to do here on Earth. This would be a great weekend to do it. So what are you in love with? Who are you in love with? Who needs a little extra love in your life? Is it you? All right, so again, I'm Tiffany. You can see our astrology forecast at wiseskiescollective.com. We offer a unique membership that's just $22 a month. This month, our members got access to a 2022 Akashic Records reading, which I thought was really, really powerful. We also provided a preview of the 9-star key shifts that are happening. We had a human design support call that I thought was really interesting too. What else? There was, April led an Enneagram class. So there's all kinds of membership benefits. Every month we're teaching you different skills and tools to use the metaphysical tools in your own life. And I hope that you have a great weekend. Remember that these are just cards. It's just a fun way to explore. And until next time, guys, namaste, and thanks for being here.